Welcome, welcome. Soup month. Hello. Oh my goodness. Hi. We're going to be doing Italian wedding soup today and some keto brownies, I think you would call them. So, hey, welcome. I am way behind today. I am like a total running around like a crazy woman kind of a day. But we're good. I think we're ready to go. So, hi. How's everybody doing today? It's really going to be a rainy day today here, so it's a good day for soup. So I know the ladies are going to be excited about that. And I have a loaf of that challah bread that I made, like a month ago or so, available in my freezer. I'm going to pull that out and pop it in the oven about a half an hour and be able to serve that with this yummy soup. We're making Italian wedding, but this is a recipe I got like a million years ago from Weight Watchers, actually, when I did it. And so it doesn't have any noodles or anything like that in it, but it's delicious. You can add noodles for sure, but I don't bother. We have in the past added noodles because my husband likes to have a little bit extra, and we have also added rice. You can also add rice. So this recipe I've got already. Let me just turn you around. And we got to do this in the counter because everything's over here. So we already got the broth going, getting ready to go. Let me just stir this up because I got to get that base that I showed you last week stirred in. Get that hot and ready to go. Okay. So, all right, here we go. Now, let's see. Can you see my board? Not really. What is going on here? There we go. Okay, so I already have 2 onions. This recipe is like a single serve kind of a thing, so I have never really figured out the measurements per se. So I have a little piece of skin on there I couldn't get off. I have a 6-quart stock pot filled, I would say, a little over half of the way. I have 2 onions that I just cut in half because I just find it easier to peel that way. And then you can cut easier because it's a flat surface. So I'm just going to slice these thin. These just go right in just like this. You don't make them any smaller. And they break down really nice. I'm just going to dump these in the pot while I make room for more onion. I just splashed that all over myself. I'm telling you, it's just been one of those mornings with my prep. But it's all good. We're all good to go. It's going to be yummy. I haven't made this in a really, really long time. So I made this for my friend's wedding once. I'll give you this little tip. Or was it a wedding or a shower or something? Whatever it was. And they asked for me to do this with beef, ground beef instead of ground turkey. And I have to say, and I know it usually is made with ground beef, I'm sure. I think with like the traditional version. But this version was always made with ground turkey. And actually, I had never had this soup before then. So, before I made this turkey version is what I mean. So anyway, I made that with the beef, the ground beef. And I don't know, my husband and I just thought it was just too greasy. This was a lot lighter. And, I don't know, it's just nicer. So I already mixed up the meat while we're doing this. I'll just tell you what I put in that. I mixed up the ground turkey. Again, I don't measure. I just had a 3-pound package and I kind of eyeballed the ingredients. I put almond flour instead of breadcrumbs, Parmesan cheese, garlic powder, oregano, and egg. So it's just kind of like a meatball. And I mixed that all up together already. So I'm just going to grate some carrot, but I'm actually going to just turn you around because I'm going to just grate it right into the pot. And this is the meat mixture, if you can see that, and we'll put that in a second. So I have this microplane, which is a coarse grate, and you don't need a ton of carrot. It's like a tiny amount, actually, for the recipe, but it adds nice color and a little bit of sweetness. Problem is, it's flying all over my kitchen, but that's all right. I don't know about you. What kind of cook are you guys? Are you guys clean cooks or are you messy cooks? Because I can't deal with messy. My husband is a messy cook. So when he helps me like wash lettuce, it's like we just power washed the kitchen. It's like soaked top to bottom. And I'm like super careful and everything's got to be clean. And I have to clean up every little thing I'm doing as I go. And I'm going to stop right there. I can add more if I think I need to later. But yeah, no, my husband is like total opposite. So it's been a learning experience for me working with other people in the kitchen to have to be okay with that. To be okay with other people being a little messier than I am. Hasn't been easy. Gotta tell you. Okay, and then I'm going to turn you back around this way. And we're going to just do some escarole. Now, I got to tell you a funny story while I'm chopping this. Who here likes cooked spinach? Put in the comments if you like cooked spinach. I hate cooked spinach. I love raw spinach. Raw spinach is fine. But I hate cooked spinach because to me, and by the way, I didn't dry this off because it's just going in the broth, so it doesn't matter. Just cut it a couple of times and then slice it. So anyway, so the funny story is the reason I don't like spinach, cooked spinach, is because I don't like the texture. It's too slimy. And so escarole, that's what this green is. It looks a little bit like romaine lettuce, but not quite. Escarole is a lettucey type thing that people use to make something called escarole and beans. I don't know if you guys have had that or make that, but escarole and beans is like sauteed greens with garlic and oil and, did I say sauteed beans or greens? Greens, sauteed greens. And then you add, I think it's cannellini beans or something like that. So I thought, you know what? I had made this soup and I had tons of escarole left over. So I said, you know what? Let's just be big boys and girls because neither of us like the slimy texture. And let's just make some escarole and beans, as my Italian friends call it. So I got this recipe and I made it all up. And it smelled amazing. It tasted amazing. We took 2 bites and we were like, wow, this is so delicious. By the way, this looks like a lot of escarole, but it really cooks down into almost nothing. So I'm just going to do a little bit more. I won't do everything I have washed, but... So anyway, we cooked it. It was delicious. It smelled delicious. Everything about it was great. And we both looked at each other. After bite 3, we both looked at each other and said, I can't do it. I just got to turn you around. We just looked at each other and we were like, I can't do it. I can't eat one more bite. I just can't because it's so slimy. But it was like the tastiest thing. And so we were very disappointed because it tasted so good, but we literally just could not choke down the slimy greens. Does anybody else have that textural issue like I do? Because, it was brutal. So we had to give that away. Our friends were not sad that we have textural issues because then they got to eat it. But, yeah, we couldn't do it. I can't do, what are some things you have issues with texturally? Because I can't do Jell-O either. Jell-O is like, blah. I just can't do it. Just looking at Jell-O kind of makes me nauseated. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's true. So, anyway, so that's my funny escarole story because it was brutal. Let me turn you around here. All right, so I got the pot. It's got the escarole, the onions, and the carrots, and just the broth, and that's it right now. Because I use that really nice base, I don't need to do, can you see it? Yeah, there you go. I don't really need to do any salt or anything in there. And once in a while, I'll check it at the end. Maybe I'll add a little bit, so I'm going to let that boil real quick. And we're just going to come to the other counter and get our brownies prepped. Okay, so this is just a quick, easy little recipe. I have 2 eggs in here already, and I'm just going to whip them up a little bit. Let me make sure you can see me. Yeah, you can see me. Okay. So just whip them up a little because there's not much to the mixing process, so I just want to make sure these get mixed well. Plus, they're a little cold, so that'll get them a little more room temp while I add this butter, because you don't want to add melted butter to something cold. It'll kind of solidify back up. Oh, I should have kept that fork, shouldn't I? Okay, that's all right. So put our ½ cup of butter, and then we have 1/3 cup of cocoa. So I'm just going to get my 1/3 cup out of the drawer here. Thereabouts. I'm not going to go crazy. Oh, I think I missed an ingredient. Yeah, I gotta go get it. All right, and then again, I use this same Gentle Sweet. Let's just get the cocoa off there. Same Gentle Sweet from Trim Healthy Mama that I love. It's erythritol and stevia. You can find copycat versions and make your own blend. No problem. Online, on Pinterest, I find it, and I do that when I don't have, when I run out. Let's see, almond flour is half a cup. Okay. Vanilla, teaspoon of vanilla. And then I forgot the baking powder in the cabinet, so let me go grab that. Oh my gosh, guess what? My baking powder is, where's my baking powder? Oh, there it is. Whew. Got a little nervous there because I've realized I used the last of the last container I had, so I got to open a new one. All right. So what do we need? Just a 1/4 teaspoon because this is a small little batch. So throw that in there. Throw that up. Get my little whisk. I love this little guy. Isn't he cute? I love little things. I think if I had unlimited resources, I'd be in trouble because I like little things and collecting things and whatever because I think they're cute or whatever. So thankfully, I don't have the resources for that kind of thing because there's no way I could collect. Just mix it up. I don't really worry too much about over mixing with almond flour because it doesn't have the gluten like regular flour does. And it seems a little gritty, so I just wanted to give it a little bit extra. Cleaning a whisk, a lot of people will avoid a whisk because it's a pain in the neck. If you just rinse it off as soon as you're done, it's not a pain in the neck anymore. It's quite simple to clean. So, a little pro tip there because I hated cleaning whisks, so I would never use them. All right, we're just going to put this. This might be too small of an amount in here. I'll have to see when I get it in here, but it does look like I might have to double it. I've never made this before, so I wasn't sure. Yeah, so I'm just going to make another batch of this once we get off and put it in the other half of this pan because I like a nice thick brownie. So, because you won't get to see them done anyway. They won't get done in time. But our water is boiling, so let's go over here. The final touch. I mean, look at how easy this soup is. It's boiling now. I'm going to turn it down because I don't want it to boil over. We sliced onions, we shredded carrots, and we put some escarole. That's it so far. Like I said, I have almond flour, I have Parmesan cheese, oregano. Where's my thing? There it is. Garlic powder and what else? Something else. No, I think that might. Oh, eggs. So I like to use the small scoop. I know with Italian wedding, it's teeny, teeny, tiny little balls like this. But I honestly am lazy with the cooking as far as that goes. So I just take the small scoop and I just dump them in. I don't cook them beforehand. I don't need to because it's not greasy like beef is. So I just dump it right in. And then as it like fills up on the top, I'll mix it in a little bit. And I just cook till the meat is done. That's it. Like I said, you could add noodles if you wanted to. You could add rice if you wanted to. But honestly, with all the protein and the veggie, I don't really find that I need it. You know, I think the ladies will appreciate some nice bread, so I'll do that. Like I said, I'll get that out. But yeah, I mean, I'm usually sufficiently happy with this, just the way it is. So I was gonna make some flatbread for you guys, but it just wasn't working out this morning, so I skipped it. But we'll put that on the menu for another day. It'll be fine. All right. So this is how I do it, and I won't make you watch me scoop all these meatballs in. Then I just stir it in until I get all the meatballs in, and then it's good to go. This escarole, it will cook down. It will almost disintegrate. It will seem like it's not even there, which is the only reason I can actually eat it in this context, like I said. So anyway, super easy today. Nothing really, you know, hard or difficult or whatever. I'm going to make another batch of those brownies so I can fill that pan up, have enough for, you know, everybody else instead of just me because it sounds like I could probably eat all that myself. It's so small. But anyway, that's cooking today, and yeah, I think that's all I have to say. So we'll see you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Bye.